Success is not something you pursue. What you pursue will elude you. It can be like trying to chase a butterfly. Success is something you attract by the person you become.
Let me ask you a question that might sting a little. Do you feel like you are constantly running yet never actually moving forward? You wake up early, you work hard, you sacrifice your time and your energy, yet at the end of the month, your bank account looks exactly the same as it did a year ago. It feels like you are chasing money, but money is running away from you, always just out of reach, like a mirage in the desert. The truth is, most people are playing the wrong game. They are trying to catch success rather than becoming the kind of person success wants to be around. In this video, we are going to walk through the blueprint of shifting your mindset from desperate pursuit to magnetic attraction, giving you the mental tools to build a life of dignity, wealth, and freedom. If you are ready to stop chasing and start attracting, you have found your home here. Make sure to subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Official and join our community of seekers who are building a better future, one lesson at a time.
Section 1. The Great Illusion: Why Chasing Pushes Wealth Away. You have likely heard the phrase, "Time is money." It is one of the most dangerous lies ever told to the working man. If time were truly money, then everyone who stood on a street corner for 8 hours doing nothing would be wealthy. But they aren't. We do not get paid for time, we get paid for value. We get paid for the value we bring to the marketplace within the time. This is the fundamental shift you must make right now. The economy, the marketplace, your boss, or your clients, they do not care about your needs. They do not care that your rent is due or that your car broke down. This sounds harsh, but it is the reality of life. The marketplace only cares about one thing: value. Imagine a man who goes to the soil in the spring and says, "Give me a harvest because I need it. I have a family to feed." The soil will not respond. The soil does not respond to human need. It responds to the seed. You cannot demand a harvest if you have not planted the value. Many people spend their lives asking, "How can I get more money?" That is the wrong question. It is the question of a chaser. The question of the attractor is, how can I become more valuable? If you want to earn more than the average, you must become more than the average. You must develop skills that are scarce. You must develop a discipline that is rare. You must develop a personality that is magnetic. Jim Rohn taught us that you can mow lawns for $15 an hour, or you can run the company that mows lawns for $100 an hour. The time is the same. The hour is the same. The difference is the value you are providing during that hour. Stop looking at your paycheck as a measure of your time, and start looking at it as a mirror of your current value to the marketplace. If you don't like what you see in the mirror, don't break the mirror. Don't blame the economy. Go to work on yourself. When you become more valuable, the money will naturally follow you, just as the shadow follows the man who walks in the sunlight. Section 2. The Seasons of Life: Mastering the Winter. Here is another secret that separates the wealthy mindset from the poor mindset. The wealthy understand that life is cyclical, while the poor act as if life should be a straight line of constant sunshine. You must understand that in life and in economics there are seasons. There is spring, the time of opportunity. There is summer, the time to protect what you have started. There is fall, the time to harvest. And inevitably there is winter. The winter of recession, the winter of personal loss, the winter of struggle. Most people are destroyed by winter. When the economy tightens or when they lose a job, they panic. They say, "Why is this happening to me? This isn't fair." They spend their energy wishing the winter away. But you cannot tear the month of January off the calendar. Winter is not personal, it is just winter. The philosophy you need to adopt is this: don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for fewer problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge, wish for more wisdom. When the wind blows, it blows on us all. The same wind blows on the rich and the poor, the successful and the struggling. The difference is not the blowing of the wind. The difference is the set of the sail. You cannot change the economy. You cannot change the tax structure. You cannot change the weather. But you can change you. You can learn how to set a better sail so that when the winds of hardship blow, they don't capsize your boat, they actually drive you forward. Think of the ant. The ant is a genius of the seasons. In the middle of summer, when food is everywhere, the ant is gathering. The ant is storing. Why? Because the ant knows winter is coming. It doesn't lie to itself. It doesn't think summer will last forever. And when winter comes, the ant is warm and fed. Meanwhile, the grasshopper, who played all summer and ignored the coming season, starves. If you want money to chase you, you must be prepared for all seasons. You must use your summers, your times of plenty, to prepare for the winters. You must build a reserve. You must build emotional resilience. When you are the person who remains calm and prepared while everyone else is panicking, you become a leader. You become valuable. And in the middle of the deepest winter, opportunity will find you, because you are the only one with the lamp lit. Section 3. The 5-year vision, designing your life before living it. Let's talk about the architecture of your future. If you look at a goose, you will notice something interesting. A goose can only fly south in the winter. It cannot wake up one morning and decide to fly west. It cannot say, "I'm tired of the south, I think I'll go to the mountains this year." A goose is driven entirely by instinct and genetic code. It has no choice. You, however, are not a goose. You are a human being. You are the only life form on this planet that has the godlike ability to visualize the future and then rearrange the present to match it. You can tear up the script of the past and write a new one. Yet, tragedy lies in the fact that most people live their lives by accident, not by design. Ask yourself this. Do you have a list of goals written down for the next 5 years? Not just vague hopes floating in your head, like, "I want to be rich" or "I want to be happy." I mean a specific, written blueprint. If I came to your house today, could you show me the design for your future? If you were building a house, you wouldn't just hire a crew and say, "Start laying bricks anywhere." You would have a blueprint. You would know exactly where the kitchen goes, where the windows face the sun, and how high the roof stands. Why would you treat your life with less respect than a pile of bricks? Here is the sobering truth. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you will fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. They have a plan to use your time to build their dream, to use your energy to secure their wealth. You need to set goals not just for what they get you, but for what they make of you to achieve them. The greatest value in becoming a millionaire is not the $1 million. The money is just paper. It can be lost, stolen, or devalued. The greatest value is the person you had to become to attract that $1 million. You had to become disciplined. You had to become a leader. You had to become a master of your psychology. Tonight, don't go to sleep until you have taken a blank sheet of paper and written down what you want. Describe the house you live in, the feelings you wake up with, the places you will travel to. When you write it down, you are taking a thought, which is invisible, and turning it into physical reality on paper. That is the first step of creation. That is how you tell the universe, "I am no longer a drifter, I am a captain." Section 4. The 70-30 Financial Philosophy. Now that you have the vision, we must discuss the fuel. Many people have a toxic relationship with money. They view it as something to be spent as soon as it touches their hands. They operate on what we call the 100% philosophy. They earn $1 and they spend $1. Sometimes they spend $1.10, digging themselves into the grave of debt. If you want wealth to chase you, you must demonstrate to the marketplace that you are a responsible steward of what you already have. You cannot ask for more if you are mismanaging the little. If you cannot rule $10, you cannot rule $10,000. The habit is more important than the amount. I want to introduce you to the 70-30 rule. It is a simple formula, but if followed religiously, It will build you a financial fortress that no economic winter can destroy. After you pay your taxes, you learn to live on 70% of your net income. That pays for your rent, your food, your clothes, and your entertainment. You force your lifestyle to fit into that 70%. But I can't live on 70%, you might say. Then you must change your lifestyle or increase your value. But do not touch the other 30%. That 30% is your seed corn. Here is how you allocate the magic 30%. First, 10% goes to charity. Giving is the antidote to greed. When you give, even when you have little, you are sending a powerful psychological signal to your brain that says, I have more than enough. It moves you from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of abundance. You cannot attract wealth with a clenched fist. You must have an open hand. The next 10% is active capital. This is money you use to buy and sell. You use it to start a side hustle, to buy a lawnmower to cut grass, to buy a product to resell. This is money that requires your effort to grow. It is the engine of your ambition. The final 10% is passive capital. This is the money you use to make you rich while you sleep. You invest this. You lend it to gain interest. You buy shares of great companies. This money works for you so that eventually you do not have to work for money. Imagine if you had started this 5 years ago. Imagine if every single dollar that passed through your hands had been treated with this respect. Where would you be today? You would be free. It is not too late. Start with the next dollar you find. It's a discipline, and discipline weighs ounces while regret weighs tons. Section 5. The most important investment, your own mind. We have talked about the plan, and we have talked about the money. Now we must talk about the machine that drives it all, your mind. There is a major difference between formal education and self-education. Formal education will get you a job. Self-education will make you a fortune. Formal education teaches you how to count money. Self-education teaches you how to multiply it. Look at your home right now. How much money have you invested in your library compared to your television? The average American home has a television that costs $500 or $1,000 and a library that consists of a few dusty magazines. This is a tragedy. If you want to be wealthy, you must turn your car into a mobile classroom. You must turn your living room into a place of study. You must treat your brain like the most fertile garden in the world. If you plant nothing in a garden, do you get nothing? No. You get weeds. Weeds require no effort. Negativity, fear, and mediocrity. These are the weeds of the mind. They grow automatically if you do not plant the seeds of wisdom. You must become a voracious reader. You must be a student of life. Miss a meal if you have to, but don't miss a book. Some people say, books are too expensive. I say, if you think the price of a book is high, wait until you get the bill for ignorance. Ignorance will cost you your dreams. It will cost you your peace of mind. Read the biographies of great men and women. Learn how they handled rejection. Learn how they handled failure. When you read, you are downloading the software of a genius into your own brain. You are condensing decades of someone else's struggle into a few hours of your learning. That is the ultimate leverage. Stop feeding your mind junk. Stop scrolling through endless social media feeds that make you feel inadequate. Start feeding your mind the protein of wisdom. When you change your thinking, you change your beliefs. When you change your beliefs, you change your habits. And when you change your habits, your destiny changes automatically. Section 6. The Law of Association. Who are you becoming? We have discussed your internal mindset, your financial strategy, and your education. Now we must face the external force that exerts the most subtle, yet powerful, pressure on your life. The people around you. There is a law in psychology that you cannot escape. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You are not just the average of their bank accounts. You are the average of their ambition, their health, their language, and their attitude. Ask yourself a hard question. Who am I around? And then ask the even harder question. What are they doing to me? Where do they have you going? What do they have you reading? What do they have you saying? But most importantly, who do they have you becoming? If you spend your time with people who constantly complain about the economy, who blame the government, who mock ambition, and who are content with mediocrity, you will slide to their level. You cannot hang around negative people and expect to live a positive life. It is like trying to stay healthy while sitting in a room full of smokers. Eventually, you will get sick. I know this is painful. Sometimes these people are old friends. Sometimes they are family. I am not saying you must never speak to them again. But you must limit the time you spend with those who drain you, and expand the time you spend with those who charge you. You must seek out the engines, the people who are going somewhere, the people who challenge you to be better, the people who, when you tell them a big dream, say, "Is that all? You can do more." If you cannot find these people in your neighborhood, find them in books, find them in podcasts, find them in this community right here. But do not leave your environment to chance. If you want to fly with the eagles, you cannot continue to scratch with the turkeys. Section 7. The pain of discipline versus the pain of regret. Finally, we arrive at the ultimate choice. The bridge between the you of today and the you of your dreams is built with one material: discipline. Everything we have discussed, the reading, the saving, the planning, requires effort. It is not easy to read a book when you are tired. It is not easy to save money when there is a sale. It is not easy to walk away from negative friends. But here is the truth about life. We must all suffer from one of two pains: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The difference is that discipline weighs ounces while regret weighs tons. The pain of discipline is sharp but short. It is the sting of saying no to a distraction. It is the effort of getting up early. But that pain produces a harvest. It produces pride. It produces strength. The pain of regret, however, is a dull, aching weight that never leaves. It is the feeling of looking back at your life at age 60, 70, or 80 and realizing you wasted it. Realizing that you had the potential, but you lacked the courage. That is a ghost that will haunt you to your grave. You are making that choice today. Right now. By watching this video, you are choosing discipline. You are choosing to sharpen your mind. Do not let this moment fade. Do not let the inspiration of this video evaporate the moment you close the screen. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Start today, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is a lie. Tomorrow is the road that leads to a town called never. Start the discipline today. Save the first dollar. Read the first page. Write the first goal. Setting your sail. The journey to wealth is not a mystery. It is a formula. It is not about luck. It is about labor. It is not about circumstances. It is about character. We have traveled a long way together in this video. We have learned that you don't chase money. You attract it by becoming valuable. We learned to master the winters of life and to use the summers to prepare. We designed a 5-year vision so we don't drift, and we adopted a financial philosophy that builds freedom. We committed to feeding our minds and guarding our associations. The wind of life is blowing on us all. The political wind, the social wind, the economic wind. It blows on the rich and the poor alike. You cannot stop the wind, but you can learn to set a better sail. You now have the tools. You have the map. The question is no longer, can I succeed? The question is, will I do the work? I believe you will. Because you are here. Because you are still watching. That separates you from the 99% who clicked away. You have the seed of greatness within you. Now, go plant it. Thank you for investing your most precious asset, your time, with Timeless Wisdom Official. If this message resonated with you, if it sparked a fire in your mind, please do 3 things to help us spread this light. First, subscribe to the channel so you never miss a lesson on your journey to mastery. Second, like this video to help the algorithm share this wisdom with others who are still lost in the chase. And finally, I want to hear from you. Comment below, What is one specific change you are going to make today? Are you going to write down your goals? Are you going to start the 70-30 rule? Or are you going to pick up a book? Declare it in the comments. Let that be your first act of discipline. Walk tall, dream big, and remember, work harder on yourself than you do on your job.